Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Om Vishnupad Paramam Suparirajkara Stotra Sadasimul His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramam Suparirajkara Stotra Sadasimul His Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Itai Gaur Premanande All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories Shri Prabhupada Ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रये Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 9th canto, 2nd chapter, 23 and 24 verses. 18, okay. I'll just read translation of till 18 to 23rd. Then we can all recite this 20. Chapter entitled The Dynasties of Sons of Manu. Text 18. The son of Vasu was Patrika, whose son was Ogan. Ogan's son was also known as Ogavan, and his daughter was Ogavati. Sudarshana married that daughter. Text 19. From Nishtata came the son named Chitrasena, and from him son named Riksha. From Riksha came Madhavan. From Madhavan came Purna, and from Purna came Indrasena. Text 20. From Indrasena came Vidhotra. From Vidhotra came Satyasvara. And from Satyasvara came the son named Urvasva. And from Urvasva came Devadatta. Text 21. From Devadatta came the son known as Angishvaya, who was the fire god Agni himself. This son was also celebrated saint and was well known as Kinniya and Jayatkruna. Text 22. O king, from Angeshwara came a Brahminical dynasty known as Angeshwaniya. Now that I have described the descendants of Narishita, let me describe the descendant of Dista. Please hear me. Text 23. Okay. Nabhago Dishtaputranya Karmanya Vaishyatam Gata Baladanat Sutasya Tasya Vatapspattir Baladanat Nabhago Dishtaputranya Karmanya Vaishyatam Gata Baladanat Sutastasya Vataspattir Baladanat Nabhago Dishtaputranya Karmanya Vaishyatam Gata Baladanat Sutasya Tasya Vataspattir Baladanat Baladana Nabhago Dishtaputranya Karmana Vaishyatam Gata Baladana Sutasasya Vasapatir Baladana Nabhago Dishtaputranya Karmana Vaishyatam Baladana Sutasasya Vatsapati Baladana Nabhago Dishtaputranya Karmana Vaishyatam Gata Baladana Sutastasya Vataspatri Siddhanat Nabhago Dishtaputranya Karmana Vaishyatam Gata Baladana Sutastasya Vatsapriti Baladana. Okay. Word to word meaning. Nabhaga, by the name Nabhaga. Dishtaputra, the son of Dishta. Anya, another. Karmana, by occupation. Vaishyatam, the order of Vaishya. Gataha, achieved. Baladana, by the name Baladana. Sutaha, son. Tasya, of him. Vataspatir, by the name Vataspatir. Baladanat, from Baladana. Vataspatihi, from Vataspati. Sutaha, the son. Paramasuhu, was named Paramasu. Tatsutam, the son of him, Paramasu. Paramatim, was named Paramati. Viduhu, you should understand. Kantaha, was named Kantira. Paramatihi, from the Paramati. Tasmat, from him. Katiraha. Chakshusha, by the name Chaksusa. Ataha, thus, from Chaksusa. Vimasmatihi, the son named Vimasmati. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Translation. Dishta had a son named Nagaba. This Nagaba, who was different from Nagaba described later, became a Vaishya by occupational duty. The son of Nagaba was known as Baladana, and the son of Baladana was Vataspati, and his son was Paramasu, and Paramasu's son was Pramati. Pramati's son was Kantiraha, and Kantira's son was Chakshusha, and his son was Vimaswati. Purport. From Manu, one son became Kshatriya, another became Brahmana, another Vaisya. This confirms the statement by Narada Muni, Yasya yal lakshanam proktam pumso Varna Vibhagaktam. Bhagavatam 7.11.35. One should always remember that Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas should never regarded as a member of caste by birth. A Brahmana may be changed into a Kshatriya and a Kshatriya into a Brahmana. Similarly, a Brahmana or a Kshatriya may be changed into Vaishya and Vaishya into a Brahmana or a Kshatriya. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Chaturvarnam maya shastram gunakarma vibhagasha. So, one is a Brahmana, Kshatriya or Vaishya never by birth, but by quality. There is a great need of Brahmanas. Therefore, in the Krishna consciousness movement, we are we are trying to train some Brahmana to guide human society because at present there is a scarcity of Brahmanas. The Brahmanas of human society is lost because practically everyone is a Shudra. No one at present moment can guide the members of the society to the proper path by which to achieve the perfection in life. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjanam Shalakaya Chakshurtanyena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Kam Karodi Vacharam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Rutapadakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sabrajatam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjanam Shalakaya Chakshurnyena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Anchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Before I begin Srimad Bhagavatam class, I would like to seek blessings from all the devotees, Vaishnavas. It seems like now I'm having a great test because all the exalted devotees are sitting. I should not be sitting here. So since I have ordered to speak something, I just speak. No matter Bhagavatam is always whoever speakers or whoever listeners, whoever asks a question, everyone is benefited. So here we are seeing in this chapter, it's a series of father and son, father and son, father and son explanation. So anybody can become a Kshatriya, anyone can become a Brahmana, anyone can become a Vaishya, anyone can become a Shudra. There was one story. Once upon a time, there was a hunter. He was hunting the animals. That's only his job. And by killing the animals, he would take the pleasure. And later he became a great devotee. This is a story, and anyone can guess who's that devotee. And he wrote same Ramayana, Murgari, Valmiki. So this is the power of becoming contact with anyone contact with a pure devotee. That's a benediction they have. Here we are seeing a Kshatriya or a Brahmana can become into a pure devotee of the Lord, provided he should be sincere and at the same time endeavoring for perfection in his life. In the Bhagavatam, there are a series of explanation of a person who is born in a Brahmana family and became a Kshatriya, and a person born in a Kshatriya family became a Brahmana. Sorry, there is no a person defined by like if he is born in a Brahmana family, he should be at the end of life he should be in the Brahmana. There is nothing like that. So I have some notes so that I can forget. Because one may ask why we need to memorize, why we need to study these names, Nagaba and so on, so on, and so on. Because in the same dynasty, Lord Ramachandra is going to appear. See, everyone is interested, like becoming a personality, like who's become a famous personality. He wants to know like who is his father, who is his mother. And for example, Abraham Lincoln, everyone is curious who is his father, and who is his mother, and who is his son. Similarly, by reading these names, these are all comes under the Lord Ramachandra dynasty. So by reading these names, by hearing these names, our heart get purified. Because in the same dynasty, Lord Ramachandra is going to take birth. That's why Srila Prabhupada has taken so much effort to write all the names. And he has spent sleepless nights for writing Srimad Bhagavatam. At least while reading Bhagavatam, we should not sleep. It's not like that we should also spend sleepless night for reading Bhagavatam. Though we may not memorize these names, but somewhere the other, sometime the other, while we are doing books distribution, while we are preaching, suddenly it comes up. Has anyone had that experience? Like when you're preaching to someone, you don't know like what kind of philosophy you're speaking. Suddenly that, that answer comes up. Correct? Like especially in books distribution. So just every day when we read Bhagavatam, though we may not present as it is, but still the Bhagavatam has separate, space in our mind. Because it is connected with the Supreme Soul, Krishna. So in this world, people are interested in knowing their fathers, mothers, who are famous, but nobody is interested in knowing their, those who are like, who destroy the world, like Hitler, and nobody interested want to know their names, their father name. Is anyone here who want to know Hitler's father? No, right? So this is the most important. That's why we need to study Srimad Bhagavatam. It's not like that. These series of names, it's so we cannot memorize, but still we can understand what is the. I cannot memorize this what I have read before that. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions we are scarcity of the Brahmanas present society. So why Brahmanas are required? Because they guide the people in general. Because we have facility in this material world, like air, water, sunlight, everything is provided by the Lord. But at the same time, we should remember that these are all things provided by the Lord. And what is our duty? To give back Him, to go back to Godhead, to show our love and affection to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's not like we use everything and we abandon God. For example, like if we don't pay electricity bill, what will be the situation of ours at home? Like they'll be, and Krishna says, "Oh, you are not chanting my name, so today sun will be off. So everybody will be in darkness." And it's not like that God is like a sadist, like you don't chant my name, you're not giving. So, but still, Lord is so merciful, He's providing all facilities to live in this material world. God has provided all facilities. At the same time, He has provided knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. And that's why Srila Prabhupada writes, we need Brahmanas to guide them. What is the Brahmanas' 6 main characteristics? He is to do like yajan yajan, patan patan, dana pratigrahana. So he should perform yajnas and he should make others to perform yajna. That is called yajan yajan. Patan patan. He should recite Vedas, study scriptures, and also teach scriptures. Dana pratigrahana. And he should give in charity and he accept charity. These are the 6 qualities of the Brahmanas. So, when Brahmanas study the scriptures, they understand how to guide society. But the problem is, we don't have Brahmanas in the present society. They're like whoever politicians, they're always thinking of their needs and concerns. They don't bother about the people in general. They think, okay, my family, my children, and my sense gratification. That's all. So Srila Prabhupada exclusively mentioned Brahmanas need to guide the society. If Brahmanas are not there, it's like a body without a head. Without a head, you cannot imagine there is a body. So brains, Brahmanas are compared to the brains, Kshatriyas are compared to the arms, Vaishyas are compared to the belly, Shudras are compared to the feet. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvanam Maya Shastam Guna Karma Vibhagasha. So it is described by Krishna. It's not like somebody has described and Brahmanas should be Kshatriyas. It's not unauthorized, it's authorized scriptures from Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna has spoken. In the Kali Yuga, we don't see any Brahmanas. What to do? So, you need to study the scriptures under the guidance of bona-fide spiritual master. So, we are speaking about today. Present society is always messed up. They are always seeking of their own pleasures. But Srila Prabhupada always encourage our devotees to take a higher position in society and guide in people. So I have written on some extreme examples like those who are Brahmanas and become Kshatriya. Like Vishwamitra was a king, and after doing tapasya, austerity, he became Brahmana. And another one is Parashurama, Lord Parashurama. He was a Brahmana by birth, and later he became a king, Kshatriya. Next, as I told the story, Valmiki. He was he's considered as, in one sense, a Shudra or a Kshatriya, and he became a devotee, pure devotee of the Lord. And Ajamila, though he was born in a Brahmana family, he was Shruti Sampanna. Once he heard the mantras, he would be able to recite as it is, without any speculation. And Vedavak, he is always reciting all the Vedas. And Satyavak, never spoken a lie, but due to contact with the material, due to contact with seeing a prostitute, and he became fallen. In Mahabharata, there is an incident like what makes man contamination is by birth or is by activity. This question Yudhishthira Maharaj asked to, I don't think so, like Krishna or Bhishma Dev. So Bhishma Dev gives a nice answer. Birth cannot make a person contamination. Activity makes a contamination. Classic example is Ajamil. By birth he was a Brahmana, but by activity, what he done is became Shudra and lower than the Shudra. But this is a lesson for us. Nobody should think that, oh, okay, I'm not a Brahmana, I cannot become a Kshatriya. No, but they can become, but under the guidance of Brahmanas or spiritual master. So there was a temple. It allows only caste Brahmanas inside. Nobody is allowed. So once there was a man walking a temple by side. So he wanted to enter the temple. Then priest got by seeing him, he think, how can I stop this person entering into the temple? Then he told, see, I have no problem entering into the temple, but I have a question for you. Before you enter in the temple, this temple is special. Like whoever has a dream, the Lord comes in their dream and asks him to come. Then only you can enter the temple. That was the his question to that person. Then that person, okay, he went off and he had a sleep. And next day he was passing through the same temple, and he was not at all looking at the temple. Then priest called him. What happened? Did Lord came into your dream? Then that person said, yeah, he came. What did he told then? Then that person answered, Lord told not to enter in the temple. Come on, stop kidding. Why did Lord tell that? Then the person explained, I have sitting here. The person explained what happened in the dream. Lord came in my dream and he told, I am sitting here from the last 50 years. They have not allowed me inside. What about you? They will also not allow you inside. Because they are so attached to the deity and all. So they are not allowed Lord also himself inside. That's a, that's the thing. So in the caste Brahmanas temple, we see only those particular family, their lineages, their dynasty should only worship. But by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, everyone got a chance to worship. And later, we see in the life of Srila Prabhupada, he also, like started a business like a Vaishya. Then he became pure devotee. So I'm not saying like everybody has got a chance to elevate himself to one ashram to another ashram. One sect of Brahmanas to Kshatriya, Kshatriya to Vaishya. By changing this, the bottom line is they can serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead very nicely. And provided they should be sincere and also following the rules and regulations. We see in the story of Vishwamitra, he was, Kshatriya, and he wants to take a revenge on Vasishtha. So, like he wants to become to take a revenge on Vasishtha. He wants to, did tapasya, and though he did the tapasya, he couldn't able to achieve that perfection. That is another example of Vajamila. So he was like born Brahmana, and due to his activity, he became contaminated. So my point is here, don't try to imitate others' activity. Krishna also says the same thing. Don't try to imitate others' person without any qualification. With qualification and with the guidance of spiritual master, we can elevate ourselves into the Brahmana platform or Kshatriya, whatever. So Srila Prabhupada, we see, he has turned so many people into the Brahmana platform. He has taken. And once there was a meeting in India, there was having like all the life members meeting with the Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada told his life members, my disciples from Western country, they know all the Vedas and Upanishad. Then Srila Prabhupada called one Mataji, Kausalya Mataji, to recite the Upanishad. And she started reciting. She knows only 5 slokas. When it comes to 4th sloka, Srila Prabhupada said, okay, stop, you can go back. See, this is what the disciple was. Then one of the life member raised his hand and told, Swamiji, your disciples' Sanskrit pronunciation is horrible. Then Prabhupada looked at him, pronunciation may be horrible, but renunciation is perfect. So, she may be pronouncing very wrongly, but her renunciation is very perfect. She has renounced everything, all luxury life, and she came to the India and wore sari and dressed up in a Vaishnava. So anybody come in contact with the pure devotee of the Lord can easily become they can change their varnas or ashrama and become Kshatriya to Brahmana, Brahmana to Vaishya, but provided to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead better. So, in our society, we see there are various divisions, like one is temple president and vice president, temple commander, brahmachari in charge, kitchen in charge. Does that mean that they have, they have created their own system? No, right? According to them, their activity, according to their nature, and they are serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's not like I want to become a Vaishya, so I'll start a business in the temple. No, it's not like that. So according to their nature, they can able to serve the Supreme Lord. And Srila Prabhupada is always encouraging devotees to learn, to study the scriptures and to preach in people in general. Why? This society is lack of brahmanas. So we cannot, anybody can become a politician and they can rule the world, and they have own, their own misconception, like they are serving senses, they are having their needs and concern, they look after their needs and concern, and they don't bother about the people in general. That's why Srila Prabhupada encourage everybody to do books distribution, preach the people, so that at least some part of the society can turn into the Brahmanas and turn into the main Vaishnavas, pure devotee of the Lord. So if one person turns into a devotee of the Lord, he can change in his life and also his family and also his society. By seeing that person, another person get inspiration. Like a friend of mine, like he was a doctor. He was not at all interested in Krishna consciousness. So later on, by contacting with the devotees and contact with the temple, he became a devotee of the Lord. And while he was giving medicines to the treating the patient, he's also recommending to chant Hare Krishna. So that in whatever capacity they have, they are serving the society. So people, they respect in general. People in general, they respect two persons very high. Uh, first they respect doctors, and another person they respect teachers or professors. At least now in present generation. So whatever the doctor says, they believe. What doctor says, this tablet will cure you from disease. No matter this tablet will cure you or not, but when he takes, then automatically he believes that, oh, this doctor is bona fide. So I will believe whatever he says. So they have strong faith in the doctor. Similarly, professor, whatever professor says, student will agree, or student will listen, and also he will have a faith in the professor because he has a future. So my last point is, anybody in the society, or they are not giving the proper guidance. So we have so much responsibility to guide the society by doing preaching or books distribution. So this was a short class. Now it is 8:16. Any questions? Oh, so many.
Prabhu, just a thought also to, add to your nice presentation, that remember reading that a devotee, one of the qualities of a devotee is that he's daksha, he's very expert. Yes. And then you have the examples of these exalted personalities that they're not only can function as great teachers of transcendental knowledge by their words and by their example, But they also can be great administrators when it's needed.
Yes.
They can actually manage very powerfully. And they can also do other things like cooking or cleaning or things that they go to the whole spectrum. They're very clever with the money,
Yes.
and making sure. So, like, for example, Srila Prabhupada,
Correct.
he was expert in everything. And he was able to teach everyone to actually do everything. So, in one sense, Prabhupada say the Vaishnava is beyond
All the questions.
this, but when it do the needful, and they do it very expertly too. So it's a great aspiration that we have to follow in the
Yes.
footsteps of such a great personalities. And we see many of the advanced disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they display the same sort of capacity. So it's a very wonderful thing to also know. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for your class. I was trying to formulate my questions because you had a nice class. Thank you for your class, and you made a lot of nice points. And I'll just forgive me for being disorganized in my thoughts. But one point you mentioned that the Brahmanas are meant to guide society, and you made a contrast between politicians who don't guide society, they actually misguide. That just reminds me of a nice statement by Martin Luther King Jr. He says, "We have guided missiles and misguided men." And I appreciate that statement. It gives realization. But my question is related to the point, you were mentioning that Prabhupada's story where I think Mataji mispronounced the Sanskrit and he was criticizing. I appreciate that story because we see that it seems to be, could be conflicts among devotees because we hear, first of all, that if you can't quote Shastra, then your state, if you can't quote Shastra, scripture, Shruti Shriti Panana Adi Panchadachi Vidimvina, then one is considered a disturbance to society. And also at the same time, on the flip side of the coin, we hear the pastime of the illiterate Brahmana, where Lord Chaitanya said, you're on an authority on the Gita because he's not looking for someone who knows the most, but someone who loves the most. And so when we're trying to associate with devotees, there could be a conflict, like where in scripture does it say that? You may not be able to memorize. So my question is essentially, when Lord Chaitanya called the illiterate Brahma an authority, he never said for himself, I'm an authority. We see that the great saints, they never say, I know this, I'm an authority. So how can we give up the ideal of overestimating our ability to guide others? Because I'll just mention one statement about Bhaktisiddhanta, and maybe you could expand on this question. Sorry, I was disorganized. But in the Bhaktisiddhanta by Bob, there's the chapter entitled Guru and Disciple Interactions. I really appreciate a statement by Bhaktisiddhanta. He gave initiation to a sannyasi, and the sannyasi fell down. And Bhaktisiddhanta started crying, and he made a statement that, my Lord, why did you give me the inspiration to give sannyas to this devotee if you weren't prepared to protect them from Maya? And so Bhaktisiddhanta says, I don't have the ability to protect them from Maya. So that's the tendency when we guide people, we say, I could guide you better than this person. This false ego is the ideal. So how do we, what is the proper mentality one should have of thinking one can guide somebody better than others? Or what criteria that, I don't know if my question is clear or not, but that's why I want to go second. But
Like your question is very long.
okay, I'll succinct that. How do you how does one know they can guide you better than others? Like if I ask you, can you take me back to Godhead? And what is your answer? Yes, or and suppose I ask to someone else, how do you know? What is the qualification? Because we see the great saints say, only Krishna could protect you. I'm just a medium. But sometimes people do say I could guide you better than others. So how does one develop faith in whoever? So
Developing faith requires constant association of the devotee or a spiritual master, and by seeing his lifestyle we can develop faith. because there is no gap between what he says and how he talks and how he behaves. There is no contradictory between. So that is one point. And second thing is, you need to have a clarity in life. What is our goal of life? If you don't have a clarity of about goal, then whoever like there's a faith in we put faith in everybody, in everyone. Just like you're traveling from here to downtown in city A. Do you know who is the by train? So in city A, do you know who is the driver who is driving? No, 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 you don't know, right? Then how can you put a faith in a driver? Do you know, do you go before entering the train, you go and check with the driver, do you have a license? How many times did you met with an accident? Do you have a checklist? No. And we just believe in that. And every day we brush our teeth. What toothpaste is that? Who made is this? Is that poison or not? You put the faith in that. So we are investing our faith in different kinds of people who we never met in our life. Like just wearing glasses. Do you know who made that? But still, doctor told to wear, you just wear, and you are able to see the things as it is. So similarly, we are having faith to persons who we don't know. Why can't we have a faith person who is, telling Shastra and pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada? And similarly, there was a contradictory early in the when moon landing issue comes up. So one devotee has a strong, what do you call, strong belief that they have landed in the moon. Then Prabhupada told, no, they have not landed in the moon. But that devotee is hard to believe. Later on, what happened? Then the devotee, he left the movement because he couldn't believe the words of Srila Prabhupada. Because they are seeing like, Prabhupada, can't you see this TV, television, they are showing the people are landing in moon. Then Prabhupada gave a simple example. Like when I was cooking in Krishna lunch, I heard this example. So, for example, I'm coming from India to US. So I need to go all the process like visa, stamping and immigration, everything. Unless and until if something goes wrong, I cannot enter into the state of United States. Similarly, if you want to go into another planet like moon planet, so you need to have a particular qualification. If you can't enter in the moon planet just like that. So which is impossible practically. And which is near to the earth planet, is it sun or moon? What is your answer? Which is nearer to the sun? Moon. Similarly, Prabhupada asks the same question: which is the nearest planet to the Earth, Sun or Moon? He asked the scientists. Everybody has given different explanation. Sun is the moon. Most of them said that Moon is the nearer to the Earth planet. Then Prabhupada gave a simple analogy: what comes first, Sunday or Monday? Sunday. That means Sun is nearer to the Earth. Simple. So my point is that you should have a faith. And Prabhupada is also given scriptures. You read the books and thoroughly and ask questions. Prabhupada also did not have faith just like before meeting Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. He was saying, his friend called him, Chalo, Abhay Babu, we'll go to there is a talk given by sannyasi. Then Prabhupada says, oh, I have seen so many Babas in my childhood, they are always, fanatic. But still Prabhupada came along with his friend. Then first day he got a shock. Why can't you preach in the Western country? You gentlemen. So that was relationship was established between his spiritual master and him. The thing is, we need to have a faith, and at the same time, faith and also intelligence require to study the deeply shastras and ask relevant questions. This is what Srila Prabhupada expecting from every one of us. Don't just blindly follow. You study scriptures well and ask questions. Then after asking question, you should surrender. It's not like whatever question I ask, it should be like not from the scriptures from other part, but you should answer no. We should ask questions at the same time. It should be relevant to the topic. I hope you got an answer. Thank you so much. Is there any questions? Okay, you have? Okay.
For that answer, Prabhu, maybe you could expand on one point you reminded me of regarding faith. One statement that I really appreciated, because I'll just use Prabhupada as an example. When he first came to America, he didn't start criticizing or say I'm an acharya, even though there was a movement, I'm going to be a future acharya. He was on he started chanting Hare Krishna and served the devotees. And then later on, Brahmananda Prabhu said, Prabhupada, are there any rules and regulations we should follow? And then Prabhupada, now you're learning, now you know. So then they accepted him, because that reminds me of one quote. It says, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. So can you elaborate on the point that we see that people have faith in a person wherever they're feeling the most love and care? Like a parent, whatever your parent tells you, you say, oh yes, that's your enemy, okay, that's my enemy. And wherever you, even if it's wrong faith, but we see that, and so maybe you could expand on that also. I don't really have a question, just some points that came up to mind. It seems it's logical, the laws of nature is that wherever you're feeling the most love, that's where you put your faith in. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or not, or whether you verify it.
Yes.
Prabhupada tells you the moon, yes, I have it.
Yes.
And so, but some devotees didn't believe Prabhupada. So they felt love and care, but then what happened? Why do some stay and why do some leave? They felt the love, but then is it a conflict? I don't know. So
It's a little bit conflict question also. So, Srila Prabhupada has given mercy to everyone, each of us, like in the beginning. It's up to them how they take and how they cultivate in their process. So Prabhupada, like spiritual master gives you a seed. It's up to you how you cultivate, right? It's not like spiritual master will come and every day are you chanting 16 rounds, are you attending Mangalarti? No, it's up to you. It's like everything is done by spiritual master means what is there your duty. It's like after hearing Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, if Arjuna says, okay, Krishna, you are the supreme source and you know the Aham Sarvasya Prabhava, why can't you only fight? I'll relax in my chariot. He did not say like that. Krishna said, you should do your activity, at the same time remember me. The part A is done by Guru, part B is done by his disciple. It's like they got a love and affection. At the same time, they also need to do some homework. Otherwise, it will not work out, because it is Guru and disciple between give and take. And it's not only Guru is always giving mercy and disciple is always misusing. Once there was a disciple, I forgot his name. So he did some mess up in the management. Then he came to Srila Prabhupada. Oh Prabhupada, please forgive me, and I will not do again. Then Prabhupada, okay, he said that, okay, don't do next time. Then again he did some other mistake. Again Srila Prabhupada, he begged forgiveness. And again he came, again doing the same mistakes and again. He couldn't able to resist that, couldn't able to control his action, doing that mischief. Then finally Srila Prabhupada told, Prabhupada, he came final another time, like he was fourth or fifth time. He came to Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, please forgive me, I have committed some mistake, same mistake, and again. Then Prabhupada told one word, you are beyond my mercy. That means you are not able to capacity, I don't have capacity to give you mercy. You are beyond my mercy. Then it's not like devotees, they don't commit any mistakes or offense or nothing like that. By making mistakes, and how do you, prayaschitta, what you call in English, prayaschitta, how do you overcome that? Not doing the same mistakes and again. How do you, repent on that? When you repent, that means you are in the progressive path. When you are not repenting and you are doing the same thing, same mistakes and again, that means you are not on track. So mistakes done, they don't have faith, they don't have proper love, mercy, but their Prabhupada is giving everybody mercy. But similarly, at the same time, when you do some mischief or mistake, you need to rectify. That is the first qualification to have a mercy on. I hope this is answer good. If anybody has the answer. Hare Krishna. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Dai Go Premanande.